Hey, it's Lauren with Bargain Bead Box, and I am super excited to just kind of dive into the September box and just look at some of the ways that these elements can be used. Now, this is earlier than we usually do September tutorials, but I've had a few questions about like ways to use the large glass flowers and filigree components in this month's box. So if you haven't got your box yet and you don't like spoilers, this is your spoiler warning. Maybe don't watch this video yet. But, again, I don't want to wait too long because I wanted to answer the questions that we've received and kind of give some ideas about just a few ways you can combine these elements. So from the box today, I'll be using the 33mm filigree components. I'll be using our navy blue glass flower beads, and then also our smaller glass flower beads. And I'll probably throw in some little mahogany obsidian or brown agate gems. And I'll grab a couple beads from our glass bead mix as well. The only other things that I'll be using, I've got some monofilament cord here. And then I have some ear wires and eye pins from the Bead Box Bargain store in that antique bronze color. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I've got my supplies laid out, and really my focus with this piece is just to illustrate some of the ways that you can use center drilled pieces like this flower. And one of the things I really loved, an idea I kind of had when I was putting this box together, was the idea of this flower and this filigree piece together. I think it's really, really cute. Like, has the potential to be super pretty. And I want to put something in the middle of this flower. I'm trying to decide. These are just little rust red rondelles that I pulled from the, oh, I think I like that, from the glass bead mix. Okay, so I'm going to cut my monofilament here. And I'm going to just take this faceted glass bead from the glass bead mix. I'm going to take both the ends of my monofilament, now that I've strung this bead, and holding both ends together, I'm going to run them both through the center of my blue flower, like that. So now we have our little glass bead in the middle, and then also through the center of our filigree flower. Okay. So this is the part where it's almost like we're going to sew it. We're going to thread our monofilament back up through these two opposite ovals. And then, so they'll be facing this way. And then we're going to come back through the little oval next to it. So just to really secure it, and we'll tie the knot in the back. So the knot, you won't see it. All right, so we're going to come up through this oval so that the thread grabs onto the filigree circle right there. And then we're going to come back down through this oval next to it. So basically we've just sort of stitched it with the monofilament to the back. And we're going to do the same thing with opposite ovals. We're going to go up, we're going to come through that one, and then back down through the oval next to it, which should be, yes, directly across from the oval we finished the other side with. There we go. Just had to get it to come back through the correct oval there. All right, so now I'm going to pull this tight. So this is what it looks like from the front. Pull this tight, and I'm just going to tie a couple square knots. So right side over and around, or left side over and around the right side over and around the left. And we'll just repeat that. And I would usually put a drop of glue or clear nail polish on this knot just to give it a little extra hold to hold on to. And we are done. And this makes a really cute little tidy component that you can use as a pendant or like a centerpiece of, you can make a cute multi-strand bracelet. Or you do what we're going to do, which is make earrings. Like you could come off of these two loops, make a cute double strand little bracelet with it, hang it as a pendant. We're going to make some earrings, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to cut my monofilament. I'm going to string on the glass rondelle, grab both ends, and put them back through the center of that glass flower. There we go. And then through the center of this filigree piece here. All right, and now once more, we're going to separate the strands. I'm going to go up through one oval, down through the oval next to it, and do the same thing on the opposite side. So we went up through that oval on this side, so we'll do this one on that side. And then again, we're just coming through the opposite oval from the one we used with the other string. Okay, it's kind of making a nice little zigzag through the filigree there. And now I'm just going to knot it again. Just a nice little quick square knot, and again I'm going to double that and trim the ends. And then what we've made are little floral components. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Really like those. Okay, so now to turn them into earrings. I mean, you can do this however you want. I like the idea of putting this little glass flower with them as well. Thought that could be cute. So I think I'm going to do one of these little mahogany obsidian rounds. We'll see if that sits nicely inside this flower. I think it will. Yeah, look at that. That's cute. And then, let's see if I like this. I actually think that's fun. Or do we leave it at just the light brown on top? Kind of designing as I go here. That's cute too. But I like the little bit of dark brown, I think, from the mahogany obsidian. So we're just going to give this a shot. I've got my eye pin. Just going to make a quick loop there. And you can do multiple links, multiple beads, colors, whatever you want to do here. I'm just picking something I kind of like. All right, so making a simple loop. There we are. And now all I've got to do is open this up, which I'm making look much harder than it is, and slide on this filigree piece. And I have chosen to use the side of the filigree that is slightly concave, which technically is probably the back. I just like the way it looks and the dimension it gives, but you can use the more front side too. It's totally up to you. Just make sure they match. That's the big thing. Because this side looks a little bit darker because it sort of grabs the light in the channels. And I thought that looked cool and lacy. But if you want it to be the traditional front side too, also an option. Really can't go wrong. All right. So once again, I'm going to do a mahogany obsidian bead, our glass flower, and one of our little agate rounds. I love these agate beads. They look very wood-like to me, but they're actually gemstone, which is so fun. Okay, and yeah, that looks good. So again, I'm going to trim this down. To make a loop, I'm going to grab the tip of the loop with my round nose pliers and curl it away from me. So it looks like that. A little hook, and grab the base of the hook, curl it back towards me. Now it looks like that. And then I'm going to grab the top of the loop and just roll it back towards me till it meets the base. And there's our little simple loop. There are lots of ways to make simple loops. That's just the way I learned to do it years ago and still find easiest. Now I'm just going to open that loop up sideways, put that pendant on, and close it again. Note we are not uncurling anything when we do that. I'm not paying attention either because I just added it to the wrong side. goodness. I was so focused on my loop. Here we go. So yeah, we're going to open this side of the loop. And we're not uncurling it. We're just swinging it open. And then we're going to put the filigree piece through. And then we're going to close it. All right. And now, all that's left to do is add our earring hook. So I've got these fish hook ear wires. You can use whatever kind of ear wire you prefer. These are just very traditional. And there we go. So this one I did the loops at 180 degrees from each other on my eye pin. And I think that worked out better. Because this one I did them parallel instead of perpendicular. And realized afterwards that that was going to make it hang sideways, see? So that's not going to work nearly as well. So I'm just going to fix that real quick, if I can. Uncurl my loop. Pull it sideways. Grab that one. This will be a little bit of a wonky loop, but I'm just doing it for me, so I don't so much care. I am going to have to swap them. For at home, I have clip earrings. I'm actually like super allergic to all the things in my ears, so I only wear clip earrings. I do not. I got my ears pierced once and ended up having to let them grow over, even though I took such good care of them. It was very sad. All right. Let's see. There we go. Do you see what I mean there? Having that loop be perpendicular to the bottom loop makes it hang correctly without needing a jump ring. So that's why I redid that. And there we have it. Our floral earrings with this fun medallion. These are definitely a statement, but I do love a statement earring, and because the filigree is so lightweight, they really aren't that heavy. They're really super fun. All right, and that is one way to use a center drilled flower. Again, I love putting them on the filigree pieces, and it makes super cute pendant. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. But this is just something I've been wanting to make, and now I have. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I would love to know what you think of your September box if you've gotten it already. I would also love to see what you create with it. So make sure to join us if you are on Facebook at the Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner Facebook group. Our members share so many incredible pictures and ideas of the things they create with their box every month, and it's super duper inspiring. So definitely recommend joining us there if you're not already part of that group. I'll be making a lot more fun September items, and Joy will be showing you hers too. We're trying to do some more tutorials again earlier in the month. Love to know how you feel about that. Is it too early, or is it like spoilers, or just trying to get our timing down and make our channel as useful and helpful to you as we possibly can. And as always, if you have any questions about a specific component in the box, like how would you use this, or what, feel free, again, to, you can always email us at support@bargainbeadbox.com, but I also highly recommend posting in our Facebook group, because then you'll get answers from tons of designers and creators, not just me. And sometimes other people have really fun visions and different ideas even than I do when I'm putting things together. So you'll get a wider variety of inspiration that way. So if you're stumped, that's always a good place to look for help. Thanks so much, y'all, for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. And as always, happy beading.